The Colorado Rockies and the Chicago White Sox may be two of the worst teams baseball has ever seen. The Chicago White Sox set the mark last year at 41-121, with a 25.3% winning percentage, becoming the losingest team in baseball history. With a 17-35 record so far through 52 games, they have upped that winning percentage by around 7%, up to a 32.6% winning percentage. Still embarrassingly bad, but seemingly escaping the record books this season. And as I am making this video, the Colorado Rockies just finished up the worst 50-game start in the modern era of 8-42 and now sit at 9-43, a sad winning percentage of 17.3, putting them on pace for 28 wins and 134 losses, by far the worst record of all time. 8 less wins than the previous record holder, the 1916 Philadelphia A's, who finished with 36 wins in 9 less games, leaving them in a league of their own with a winning percentage 6.2% worse than those A's, and the only MLB team since 1900 to have a winning percentage under 20%. This puts them among the worst teams in sports history, with the likes of the 2011-2012 Charlotte Bobcats and the 2008 Detroit Lions. I promise you, I'm not making this video just to bash on the White Sox and Rockies. My goal today is to save both these teams and to bring them out of the laughingstock of the MLB. And with it being impossible to save them this year using conventional methods, in this fictional season, I had a meeting set up with a good old friend of the MLB, Jose Canseco, and had him teach all of these players the real method to unlocking their true power. Yes, I'm definitely talking steroids. In this MLB The Show franchise video, I gave the power of Barry Bonds and the arm of Roger Clemens to every single player on the Sox and Rockies. And at the end, we'll see if steroids could potentially save the two worst teams of all time. I'll give one quick look at both sets of lineups just so you can get an idea of what we did here. So yeah, everyone's power is boosted to 99, and every pitcher's their throw power is boosted to 99. So these lineups are going to be fun. They should hit a lot of home runs, and that should lead to a lot more wins. But we'll see. Here's the Rockies lineup, 99 power across the board. Pretty much your standard lineup, except for everybody has 99 power, and all the pitchers have 99 throw power. How we're going to go about this simulation is going to be a sim every 2 months, and check it on the team, check the record, check the stats and whatnot. And then obviously the All-Star break, we'll check if we have any All-Stars, and hopefully later on, we'll see if any of our teams are in a playoff race or in a push for a division. So yeah, this will be fun. I'm really excited. Let's get to simming. All right, not a surprise to anyone, the Rockies still suck, but they're 23-35, so much better than their 9-43 records so far. Quick look at the league stats for home runs. We have a few of our guys in the top 10 for home runs, with Doyle and Beck with 14, and Owen Miller with 11. I think we have another one with 10. Yeah, Hunter Goodman with 10, and then someone else with 9. Yeah, Kyle Farmer with 9. Just wanted to note, in this fictional universe, PCA is leading the league in batting average, which is insane. One more look into our stats. Batting average, not great. In terms of people who play, Ezekiel Tovar's up near 300. Brenton Doyle's 284. And yeah, he's had a decent amount of at-bats. Farmer at 255, but kind of around average for most of these guys, except for Tovar. He's having a great season so far, almost batting 300, 11 home runs, 22 RBIs. Yeah, the RBI numbers are just not there right now. Yeah, you already have guys with 59 RBIs at this point in the season. This offense, even with this crazy power boost, is just not getting it done. Let's check in on the White Sox. So through 58 games, the Sox are 28-30, third in their division, only 5 games back, so it's looking a lot better for them than the Rockies. Power boost definitely giving them a leg up here. Mike Tauchman leading the AL in home runs, same with Edgar Caro with 16. So 18, 16, Brooks Baldwin with 15, Austin Slater with 15. This extra juice that we gave these guys is definitely helping. 4 of the top 5 guys in home runs are on our team, so that we love to see that. RBIs were still not really there, a little bit, but must be a ton of solo shots. Looks like our velocity boost has not helped any of our White Sox pitchers, as there's nobody even in the top 30. Come on, we gotta have someone in the top 50. Okay, Shane Smith, top 50 in ERA with a 4.94 as our ace. Not great. Definitely why we're 28-30. But in checking in at the All-Star break, our White Sox are 52-45, only 4 games back the Twins, firmly in that wild card race, 1 game up on the Tigers. So holding down that spot, we definitely need to do a lot more. But 52-45 at the All-Star break, you'll definitely take it. When it comes to All-Star voting, we got Edgar Caro in at catcher. We also have Austin Slater getting second. He'll play a backup DH in the All-Star game. The White Sox still have 3 out of the top 5 in home runs. Edgar Caro with 26 so far. Austin Slater Mike Talkman at 24, Brooks Baldwin coming up close at 6. Our guys are just crushing the baseball so far. We got 4 guys over 22 home runs at the All-Star break. That is insane. And our pitchers somewhat picked it up over the course of this season. Shane Smith, our ace, down to a 4.77. He was at like a 4.9 or something. But with our power output, we should be able to stay in most games if most guys give like 3 runs-ish per game. So flamethrowers aren't doing what I thought they would, but we'll take it so far. Checking in on the Rockies, they are 37-49. Does not look like we're going to be making the playoffs with both teams, but we could still have some boppers on this team. So let's check out these stats. So we got Jordan Beck in the top 5 with 21 home runs. And then Tovar with 17, Doyle with 17, Goodman with 17, Ryan McMahon with 17. So we got a lot of guys with 17 or more home runs, which is definitely still crazy at the All-Star break. That's what's really killing us, is our batting averages, just nothing over like 253. Freeman's barely played. Definitely the biggest weakness of our team and why we're almost 20 games under 500. But let's check on who our All-Star was. No surprise we don't have a starter, but Brenton Doyle will be a backup for center field with his 17 home runs, 15 stolen bases. Only batting 220 is crazy. But these guys only hit for power. We're not hitting for contact at all. All right, so at the beginning of September, the Rockies are firmly out of the playoff race at 54-82. But got to do our due diligence and take a look at these stats real quick. Jordan Beck with 33 bombs, Ryan McMahon with 28, Tovar with 27, Doyle with 25, Hunter Goodman with 21, and a bunch of guys in the mid-teens. So this team was really bad, but they were fun bad. They hit a lot of bombs, but struck out a lot and did not hit for great averages. There's no one over like 250 that got significant time. That's crazy. Definitely still a fun team to watch, but still really bad. Unfortunate that the power boost they got could not get them into the playoffs. So the White Sox are 72-64, second in the division, only 1 game behind the Minnesota Twins going into the last month of the season. We are firmly in the wild card race as long as we could kind of tread water for the rest of the month, and we will get to see one of our teams make the playoffs, knock on wood. So looking at the home run totals, we still could not beat out Aaron Judge. He's the league leader at home runs. We got 2 out of the 5. Austin Slater and Edgar Caro with 35 and 32 respectively. Brooks Baldwin with 29. Mike Talkman with 27. Anyone else close? I know we had a bunch of guys up here, so there'll be probably around 20. Yeah, Luis Robert, Lennon Sosa. Yeah, a lot of guys probably in the mid-teens as well. I haven't taken a look at these team rankings. I just wanted to see home runs. Yeah, home runs. We got our White Sox with 285 and the Rockies with 242. I really expected more out of the Rockies playing at Coors Field with this boosted power. They still have a lot of guys that hit a lot of home runs, but I was hoping that would translate to more wins. White Sox, though, definitely translating to more wins as we are firmly in the playoff race, like I said. And I wanted to check if anyone was in the running for any awards. Rookie of the Year, Edgar Caro. Yeah, hitting 32 home runs your rookie year will definitely win you Rookie of the Year. And we don't really care about gold gloves in this. We're all about hitting bombs. So yeah, it looks like we have a huge series coming up with the Twins. We're only 1 game back. We play them once. We play a couple more division games the rest of the season. But this 4-game set against the Minnesota Twins is insanely crucial for the division title. So I will sim through it game by game. We lose a game 9-10. We hit 5 home runs and still lose because the Twins, we out-homer them by 2 and they still beat us. Heartbreaking 9-10. We lose game 2 of the series to fall back 3 games of the Minnesota Twins. We really need to take these 2 to have a chance at the title. And with it being a 2-3 game in the top of the 9th, it's kind of division on the brink here. And he gets him swinging 102. At the letters. The Twins take the 3rd game of this season, kind of squashing the division hopes from our White Sox, but we still are firmly in the wild card spot, I think. So hopefully we'll get to see this team in the playoffs and maybe get revenge on these Twins. So we do end up salvaging that series with the Twins, getting that 1 game. We lose a series in Detroit after that, so I'm going to check the standings, see if we're still in that wild card spot. We are only a half game above the Rays. I think I see that we play them at some point. Yeah, our next series against the Rays, this might determine this wild card spot. We take a 2-9 L, so they take that spot from us. We get a game back against the Rays, win 9-3. This is huge. It's a huge game. 3-4 loss. We are now half game back from the Rays in the wild card race. We're gonna have to make up some ground here. That's huge 2 series losses that really sucks. But there's a lot of time to make up that half game. Big series against a Cleveland team who's also vying for a wild card spot. Man, this month is coming down to the wire. And we win that series in Cleveland. Nice. Let's take down the Baltimore Orioles, who are firmly in the playoffs as well. Man, we lose that series in Baltimore and have another series against an elite Padres team, and then the Yankees, who are middling, and the Nationals, who are middling. Man, this is a tough spot to end the season. So after the Padres get that ghost runner home from second, we are up in the bottom of the 11th with a chance to tie and win this game with the top of our order coming up. Let's see if they could come through. Oh, and a drive by Michael Taylor. Is that enough to get out? It looks to be, and the Sox walk it off in the bottom of the 11th. They don't even need more than one batter. Michael A. Taylor ends the game. They moonshot to left field. This is huge for our playoff hopes. Every win matters so much. Let's keep it rolling and hopefully get into that wild card spot. Shout out to Edgar Carroll, 4 for 4, home run, 2 RBIs. This dude's a stud. So we do end up dropping that series to the Padres, which really sucks. We have a huge stretch coming up here with the Yankees and the Nationals. And we do end up taking that series to the Yankees after losing a 10-0 game in the first one, putting us into the wild card spot. The Rays have slid back 2 games from us, so that is huge. That big series win against the Yankees and that win against the Padres proved really important. These Rays have started to slide in the last 10, going 4-6. So if we could just tread water, win this series against the Washington Nationals, I think we'll be in good shape to make the playoffs. I skipped that screen, but we lost the series to the Nationals, which sucks. Kind of a rough way to end the season. But a miracle of modern medicine brought the worst team of all time, the Chicago White Sox, to the playoffs to face off against the Baltimore Orioles in the wild card game. I'm pumped. Sad that we couldn't get the Rockies in there, but we got the White Sox. So let's see how far they could go. One last look at the Rockies stats before we go all in on the White Sox for the playoffs. We had a ton of guys over 30 home runs. 4 guys, Brenton Doyle, McMahon, Tovar, and Jordan Beck, all over 30. And Owen Miller, Alan Trejo, and Hunter Goodman over 20, and a bunch of guys in the late teens. Toglia, Tyro Estrada, and Kyle Farmer. But look at those averages. That was why this team was so bad. There was just no one that hit for any average. It's actually kind of insane. No one over like 236 was like our best hitter. Definitely a fun, bad team. But was hoping for better out in Coors Field. But at least one of our teams made it. The Chicago White Sox are in the playoffs, like I said, as a 6th seed. These are what the stats look like. Austin Slater hit 40 bombs. Brooks Baldwin 38. Edgar Carroll 33 in his rookie year. Lennon Sosa, Luis Robert, Tim Elko, Palacios, and hit for a lot better average than those Rockies hitters did. But actually not really by that much. They really just slugged their way to victory with all these home runs. Pitching-wise, I guess the computer traded Shane Smith for some reason, but Penn Murphy finished with a 2.83. Our pitchers really stepped it up in the second half of the season. We got 3 guys under a 3 ERA, 2 of them relievers, but one of our ace, Drew Thorpe, under a 3 ERA, 2 relievers holding it down the bullpen. Same with Frazier Ellard, 3.25. James Karinchak with 3.5. So solid, really solid bullpen. That's honestly probably what carried us so much. But starters were pretty rock solid from what I've seen. Only one guy over a 5. We'll take that with all the slugging we're doing. We didn't need any crazy pitching performances, but yeah, let's get into the playoffs. So game 1 against the Baltimore Orioles. I will be quick managing this so we could see inning by inning how we do, how far we can make it. So for this game 1, I think we gotta go with Drew Thorpe. He's been our guy. He had the best ERA in our rotation the entire way through. No better way to start off game 1. I guess that's why I'm not a manager. We let up 7 runs in the first inning. Probably shouldn't have thrown that young pitcher out there, but I thought he could get it done. We respond back to make it 7-3, to make it a manageable game if we could come back late in this one. But looks like pitchers are starting to settle in. We drop 2 in the 4th, and we tie it up 7-7 in the 5th. I think I got to get a new pitcher in here. Penn Murphy was really good for us. Let's hope that another pitching move doesn't screw me here. We hold them there, 7-7. Can we come back? We put up another 2 runs to make it 9-7. Comeback kids in this one, and they get 1 back, but let's put up some insurance runs here. And we put up 4 in the top of the 9th to pretty much seal this one. We're up 13-8. I will be making a pitching change though, and we were able to do it. My heart was racing a little bit. I didn't want another 7-run inning, but The Orioles take a 7-1 lead in the first inning, and we come back and win it 13-8. Huge performance from Thorpe to bounce back after that first inning, and from our bullpen to only allow 1 run after the first inning. Colson Montgomery, 3 for 5, 3 home runs in his first playoff game. Dude is a stud. 5 RBIs. What a beast. All right, we got game 2 in Baltimore. I think we just got to go with our highest overall. Better start from us. 1-1 game after 2 innings. And we put up 2 runs in the top of the 5th. Let's see if Cannon can hold it down in the 5th. No, we let those 2 runs back. And they put up 3 runs in the 6th. Man, our bullpen not coming through this game. All right, we have the top of the 9th against Yennier Cano. Let's see if we could mount another insane comeback. It doesn't look like we will. We fall 6-3 in game 2. Who do we want on the mound? Let's put Davis Martin, highest overall pitcher. Come on, boys. Let up 3 runs in the first. Man, they are just getting to our starters early. We bounced back the first game. Let's see if we can bounce back this game. Davis Martin settling in so far through 4 innings. Only 3 runs in the first, but our hitters have just not been able to do anything. Maybe they need a little bit more steroids to get them through. Right decision. Come on, we got to get to Grayson. We put up 3 in the top of the 6th. That's huge. Tie ball game. Let's see if we can make it into the 7th. Oh, that was such a bad decision, man. Why did I... Oh, I should have put in a bullpen arm there with all those righties, or with all those lefties coming up. Come on, boys. We have a comeback in us. I just know it. This is going to be tough going up against their closer. And it looks like we are going to go down without a fight here. Brooks Baldwin strikes out. Felix strikes out 2 of the first 3. Let's see if Palacios could keep the season alive. 0-2 count. 1 strike away from our season being over. Come on, Josh. We got to come through. And called strike 3 looking, and the Orioles will beat us and move on to the 2nd round. Amazing season, amazing bounce back season for the Chicago White Sox, but cannot come through in the wild card, losing 2 out of 3 to the Baltimore Orioles. Tough finish, but a fun and awesome season nonetheless. A lot of guys with some crazy performances. The Orioles actually went on to win the World Series, so this team might be not so far off as we thought. I know this is the end of the video, but I want to do one more simulations to check up on the team and update. Both teams were terrible. They kind of fell back into form. 64-97 for the White Sox and 71-90 for the Rockies. So nothing crazy. Stats weren't too crazy. They were significantly worse than last year. But regardless, this was an awesome video. I had so much fun. Let me know if y'all like videos like this. Like maybe I'd do this for the entire league, or maybe switch it over to contact or something. But if you enjoyed, please leave me a like and a comment down below. I really appreciate y'all's support. Have an awesome day, and I will see y'all in the next one. Peace out.